Welcome to our midweek update. I have not done one of these for a little while, but in the lead up to Christmas, we thought it was quite important to share and remind you of some important information. One of the most common comments and questions that I get is, when are restrictions going to relax in terms of churches? The answer is, I do not know. But what I do know is that currently, all organisations in Queensland, including churches, have to comply with government COVID-safe regulations for them to open and operate. And so we will be continued to require to meet these requirements. Even when they change, we'll be required to be in line with those changes. But as we stand today, each one of our spaces has a maximum amount of people that we can have in them. For the church auditorium, that's 75 people. So that means we can't have 76. Also, our narthex or our foyer has a limit of 28. This makes it incredibly problematic for things like hospitality. If we have 70 people gathered for church and then we have hospitality after church, then 75 doesn't go into 28 easily, so who misses out on a coffee after church? Also, we would be required to keep you 1.5 meters away from each other, which is incredibly difficult to do at the moment. If and when restrictions are eased or changed, the church will, as soon as it's possible to do so, change in line with those requirements. In the lead up to Christmas, though, it's going to be really important that we continue to register for church. More and more people are not registering on a Sunday, which is making it incredibly complicated for our staff and those helping on a Sunday morning. So our advice to you is make sure that you register and register early. If you have not registered half an hour prior to the service commence, there is a real risk that you might not be able to sit in the main body of the church. We will have options for overflow where possible, but the process of registering is not that hard. I can do it. I know that many others are doing it with ease, and if you need help to understand it, we're more than happy to do so. But as we approach Christmas, we can expect to have increasing challenges in meeting the demand for the places within the church building. And when that does happen, we would encourage you to continue to gather and worship in an online format. The feedback that we're getting from our online service has been fantastic. So if you have any of that, we'd love to hear it. But it is a way of engaging when you're not able to be physically in the building. But in saying that, we'd love to see you in the building if you are able and you feel safe to do so. As we lead into Christmas, we are going to have a real think about how we jigsaw this together. So stay tuned for more information following in the future. But in the meantime, we thank you for your commitment to our church. We thank you that we have a God who is able to be worshipped in such creative and new ways and is looking at this church with hope in his heart as I look out at you, with hope in mine for a more relaxed future. But in the meantime, I would encourage you to continue to comply with the restrictions as they are required. God bless and see you as church.